ultimately an appeal to authority.
No, you can't appeal to reason.
But again, is reason your authority? If reason is your authority, then reason has become the authority. And any argument that appeals to reason is an appeal to the authority of reason. Ultimately, we're out here to appeal to the authority of God and His Word. God is sovereign. God's the leader. The very nature of us as Christians being out here fundamentally is this, that we believe in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. As the creator of the heavens and the earth, as the creator of the heavens and the earth, God is absolutely sovereign over all things, and God's creature, man and women, owe their allegiance to Him. So we're fundamentally out here for creation because God is sovereign over His image bearers, and He can say you can eat from that tree, you can't eat from that tree. So the very nature of all morality is rooted in God and His character.
So basically, the only thing that makes something moral is the fact that God commands it.
The only thing that makes something moral is God. So, for example, we would say...
So you're saying that you can't be moral without God?
May I interject, sir?
Are you saying you can't be moral without God?
Guys,
may I interject after you're done?
Just be patient.
I'm sorry.
We don't... This isn't Twitter. I realize you guys want answers in 8 seconds.
I'm looking for more free form.
So we're just saying this, that God is the standard of morality. If God is not life, murder is not wrong. If you're a Darwinist, you cannot come out and tell me that murder is wrong, because the very nature of Darwinism is that through war, death, and famine come higher forms of species. So the very nature of Darwinism is contingent upon death and murder and survival of the fittest. So everybody, so I'm saying the nature of morality, the reason lying is wrong is because God is truth. The reason adultery is wrong is because God is faithful. The reason murder is wrong is because God is life. Morality is rooted in God and His character, and we are His image bearers. Morality is not historically contingent. For you guys who are unbelievers, morality must by necessity be historically contingent. And if it's historically contingent, it's no longer absolute, and we're going to have to judge by our historical contingency. And so I've just said you're fundamentally flawed.
I appreciate you actually answering. I have a few more questions and follow-ups. I'll let you take the one. Firstly, you actually can debunk that about evolution. If you apply game theory to evolution, it's not very practical to just have rape. Every culture, even before Christianity, has had basic rules against murder, rape, theft.
You have two different things going on. So his objection to my claim that only morality can be found in God, he says, well, other cultures, other cultures have morality without God. But what I'm saying is that there are two different things going on.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about evolution. I'm sorry.
Let him finish. Why don't you let him finish?
Who are you?
Why don't you let him finish? He wasn't finished.
Well, I'm not finished. And
you interrupted him.
So here's the thing.
You interrupted him.
You're going to have two different things going on here. We can be descriptive of what other cultures do. I'm going to agree with you that every culture has a description of morality. When it comes to the issue of morality, we can be descriptive of what cultures do and what people do. Now the question becomes, can we be prescriptive of what cultures ought to do? That's what the debate is. So based on what a different culture is. We all agree that Nazis have laws. We all agree that Islam has laws. We all agree that America has laws. The question is, are those laws actually objectively wrong? Go ahead.
What do you think the different subjective views of God and their spiritual tradition?
Yeah, so I would say two things. There's obviously an aspect where all of our knowledge of God is somewhat subjective. So like, if everybody out here knows who Donald Trump is, everybody has different knowledge of Donald Trump. Some people really like him, some people can't stand him. His daughter, his family knows him much more intimately than what we do, and in knowing that, their knowledge of him is still subjective, but they know him in a different relation. So when it comes to God, I am out here to maintain that there is one true living God who's revealed himself to the Jews first, then ultimately through the person of Jesus Christ. And so whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're Chinese, American, whatever you may be, I am saying that other nations worship other gods, but I'm saying those are not the true God unless it's through Jesus Christ. So I recognize that other nations have their gods. The God of the Jews is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So Yahweh, I'm sorry? He was the true God, but I'm going to say this. So God revealed himself in seed form in the Old Testament. So he kind of like when you're growing up, you kind of like, you go through elementary school, then you go through junior high, and then you kind of come to maturity, you've gone on with your knowledge, and become a responsibility. In the Old Testament, God made promises to the Jews. And the people who were saved in the Old Testament were the ones who believed God's promises to the Jews. Now, what I'm out here to maintain is that Jesus is, in fact, the fulfillment of the promises to the Jews. That God made this promise to Abraham that through your seed will come a blessing to many nations. And when I'm a Gentile. My people used to worship rocks and stones. We did not know the living God. But what I'm saying is through the person of Jesus Jesus Christ, through his death, his burial, and resurrection, God has kept his promise to Abraham, and now I, as a Gentile, have been grafted into Israel, and I now worship the true God. And so the true God, my people did not worship the true God. My ancestors prior to me did not know God, did not know Yahweh, but now we do know the gospel. And so I'm out here to maintain that the God of the Jews is a creator God. He made all things and sustains all things, holds all things together. And his absolute personal being can reveal himself where his creatures can be known. And so just as, if we were to hang out more, I could get to know you. And the way I know you is through your words and your actions. The way we get to know God is through his words in the Bible and his actions in history. So I would make a distinction between the God of the Jews and all the other gods.
Respectfully